Hello everyone, Hugo from Ichiban Studio, and welcome to this tutorial on how to paint a Piranha TX-42. So if you please, we're gonna get started. So with the pre-shading and the base coat. So basically, same as always, pre-shading, we're gonna be using the Badger Velocity right there. Really cool airbrush, actually. I think I like it better than the actual chrome itself. It's a little bit heavier. And Raven Black from Minotaur onto the primer itself. So just gonna hit all the areas that has some recess where the shadow would be, the paneling and everything, and also on the areas where we would want to have some shadows. Here I will be refining my pre-shading. It's an unnecessary step, but I like to do it. I'm using base gray. I'm just gonna make sure that my pre-shading lines are gonna be nice. Like I said, it's an unnecessary step, but it's just my way of working. I like to make sure that my lines in pre-shading are really nice and straight, and that it's more organic, I guess. I don't know. It's a habit that I took on. And then after that, we're gonna be moving on into what I'm doing right now with the white. It's called white from Minotaur Paint, and I'm doing the pre-highlighting. So I'm hitting the areas where I want the color, the main color, the base coat to be even more vivid. Like I said, if you don't want to refine your highlights, you can just do your pre-shading with your black and move on into your white, and that's it. You're gonna be in business. Now time to apply the base coat, and the base coat is Vallejo Filthy Brown from the Game Color range. I'm using this colors because this is for a previous commission, and it's basically the color that I used for the previous one. I'm just applying it lightly. As you can see now, the pre-shading can show through, but it's just a matter of taste. You're just gonna apply the base coat until you are satisfied with the transparency of your base coat, the pre-shading and your pre-highlighting. But you could, do it really lightly or heavy. It's just a matter of taste. Now moving on into the camouflage. So for the camouflage, I decided to do a tiger stripe pattern on this bad boy right now. So freehanding a tiger stripe pattern using Filthy Brown and Beastie Brown from Game Color from Vallejo at a 1:1 ratio. Mix and then dilute it for the airbrush, obviously, because they're not airbrush ready paint. So we're just gonna pull up some lines and tiger stripe pattern with some dots, and just having fun. It's really a fun thing to do the tiger stripe patterns on vehicles like that. I really enjoy it. The only thing that you have to make sure is that when you're pulling your lines, just make sure that the lines go in every crack and recess and bumps on the model, so that your camouflage is all uniform. Oil wash time, very easy. We're going to be using MIG oils, MIG production oil and black, and we're going to be doing the paneling. So it's not going to be a wash that we're going to apply everywhere. We're just going to let it flow in the cracks on the model itself. But on the drivers, and that we're going to apply it everywhere for this tutorial. Really important thing is to gloss varnish your model or satin varnish your model to create a smooth surface that has no tension, so that the oil can go in the cracks and stay in the cracks only, and that way also to protect the base coat and the camouflage that you did before, so that you're going to be able to go after that with some thinner and then or white spirit, and then wash it like you can see me doing right now. So I just dip my Q-tip into some white spirit or odorless thinner, and then I'm just trying to wash the model and take off the things that are not supposed to be there. So now it's time for OSL, object source lighting. For a lot of people, sometimes they ask me, that's when the lights are glowing. So this is to reflect the previous commission. So now I'm using Troll-Eyed. I'm just doing a base for my OSL. So sorry about the airbrush right there, but I'm just hitting the lights and everything. Now I'm using Troll-Hide and Skull White, and I'm going to be hitting all the dials and also on the lights, and then I'm finishing it off with some Skull White, just to simulate that whitey bluish glowy light. Now for the engine OSL, I just actually did it opposite. I started with my white, and then after that I'm going to go back to my blue, my Troll-Hide. just to make it have a little bit different effect, a little bit more blue glowy than white glowy for the first lights. So the last detail on this project, basically what I did is that it's a weapon. I wanted to paint them like silvery, so I base coated them silvery, and then after that I used R-Trax Hurt Shade, the new GW Devlin Mud, and some gold, like you see me doing. So that's the bits that I did on the camera right now. That's the R-Trax Hurt Shade that I'm applying at the moment. And I also did something that you guys didn't see on the camera, is once the pilots finished the oil wash on the pilots, I did some dry brushing onto them. Now I'm doing some gold on the side here, but on the pilot I did some dry brushing just to make it look a little bit different than from the rest of the model. And they were really hard to paint though, because they were inside, but I think I managed to do a pretty good job. This is not, you know, a super display quality piece, but it's still, you know, not that bad. So I hope you enjoyed it, and this was Hugo from Ichiban Painting, and I'll see you on the next video. If you have questions, just drop it in the comment section. Cheers for watching.
Tau-alicious!